Hello, good morning. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. We're here with Kristan and Alex. The name things are gone. What happened?
Oh, that is weird.
What?
They know who we are.
That's fine.
It's true.
Okay, StreamYard.
Maybe. I don't know.
That was very weird. Anyways, that's fine. Hello, everybody. I hope you all had a good holiday week. If you are in the States, if you're not in the States, I hope you enjoyed seeing everybody else post about their Thanksgiving tragedies or like family squabbles. I was talking to Hayden, our viewer overseas, and they were like, happy Thanksgiving or like turkey sacrifice day or whatever you guys do.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, thanks. Did you guys have a good Thanksgiving? You guys do that or not? Or you just play Pokemon like I did?
Oh, that was most of my day.
Nice. I need to get on it.
There's a cat, Kristan.
You didn't tell me that. Hold on, I gotta go get it now.
The starter is a cat.
Oh, I love that.
And then I got a special legendary cat later, and I love him more than anything.
I need this in my life.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
He's my little icy boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
My little Chinese icy boy sat in this Latin-inspired game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the in-lore explanation for it, I think is good.
Yeah. You gotta play it. Oh, everybody's gay in it too. This is the gayest game I've ever played.
I definitely need to get it then.
It's so good. But anyways, we're not here to talk about Pokemon. We're here to talk about Asadora by Naoki Urasawa. That's why we brought Alex back. Our fellow Naoki Urasawa fan.
Just whenever Urasawa comes up, Maddie's just like, hey,
come on back.
Hey, you want to read another thing? Yes, is the answer, because they're all good.
We'll have to bring you on again next year. This is not Naoki Urasawa related, but it's manga related, because Chris and I have been talking about how we want to catch up again on Chainsaw Man, because we like reviewed it back in the day. And now that it's like we got the TV show back, there's like a lot more volumes out. It's like it's time to come back and like redo it, or you know, that and catch up, because that has also been in my mind a lot. The show.
Yeah, it's
so
Mappa is absolutely just knocking it out of the park.
They killed it, and I hope we get a show out of this. I hope Asadora gets a show personally, but I also, it'll depend on how it all like turns out. So we're talking about the first 5 volumes, because I don't have volume 6, and neither does Kristan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I actually physically have the 5 here.
I still divide them. I got from the library.
Yeah, I had to get them. Cool covers, too. They're all different colors.
They're so cute. It's very different than Naoki Urasawa's usual work, because like normally you see Monster or Pluto, and it feels so like the character is an older man, and he's living in some maybe European country this time, maybe not. And everyone has a little bit of same face syndrome sometimes from other books. And there's a big mystery. It's like, all right, we're going the Ghibli route where we have like a young girl protagonist, which is really cool to see. I guess he did that with Sneeze though, but still.
Yeah. You know where I got all these volumes?
Oh yeah, our sponsor. Oh my God.
I got them at our sponsor's website, instocktrades.com, where you can get the best deals. And right now they're having even more deals. I think some of them end throughout the next week. You should just check it out. There's extra percentages and stuff. You have Maddie, you should go there.
I'm typing it right now.
I maybe got some Omnis. Did I tell you about that?
You told me, you mentioned that you looked.
I bought some. I probably have one nearby.
Elliot, this is great.
Alex, I couldn't get my chroma key to work, but you know, by all means,
it was hilarious last time when you just put yourself
on a Brody quest
on a picture of like another room in your house. I really like that.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's what I was here. I mean, I can probably put it back up.
Also, I really like the Brody quest reference, because I'm sure that I get that. And I'm sure
everyone's seen Brody Quest.
I assume with like the age range we have.
Here. So like it kind of works. I'm just really washed out here, but like it's still just there.
I love it. Oh, but yeah, we have our pick of the month, which is on sale, 50% off. I Hate This Place.
Yes.
Also known as Fuck This Place.
Yes.
Yeah. By our lovely friends who wrote that book.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kyle Starks. So good.
I gotta make a list of all these things that you keep recommending.
Next time I need to have you come over. I need to like just bring books to you. Like, here's everything.
Yeah.
Here
you
go.
just a
Because
whole like tub of things.
there's a bunch of spooky books I think you'd like too that like Chris and I reviewed, like Gideon Falls, because the second hardcover just came out. Oh man, Nailbiter, all this cool stuff I think you'd really dig.
Which Maddie?
I feel like I've heard good things about Nailbiter.
Oh, did you get yours in?
I got mine in, so we need to review it soon
Yeah.
because I want to open it. But yeah, Gideon Falls Volume 2, which I got on IST, of course. And I got Howard the Duck
Howard
by
the
Chip
Duck?
Zdarsky Omnibus.
Oh my God.
He creeps
This-
me. I just don't think I can. I don't think I can be a Howard the Duck person. He creeps me out.
Listen, Chip Zdarsky, you know he's a great writer. I think
do.
you've read some stuff by him. Yeah. I've read like the first volume. It's so good. It's so fun. It's just a blast. It's
I'll
a
do
fun
it for you.
blast. Maybe the older stuff is different. I don't know, but this is more modern.
I just when I see him,
which
it creeps me out.
helps.
I've
Well,
never even
this
seen
was-
the movie.
This was like $23. So I'm just
that's
saying,
a
right
good
on
deal.
IST, it's a great deal.
That's a good deal. So, Asadora, my friends. First thoughts is like, I guess we start like first volume is very memorable, right? So it gives some like context to people in this chat who maybe haven't read this. It is a very different tone than most Naoki Urasawa stuff, but it's still just as brilliant, and the artwork is incredible. But you start with this little girl who has like a huge fan. Look how cute she is.
Yeah. Adorable.
Gets mistaken for this like rich girl, or maybe like a daughter of like a doctor, right?
Doctor, yeah.
And gets kidnapped by this old man. And Alex did message me at this point. He's like, I'm not sure how to feel about this guy.
Yeah. I was really lukewarm on it to start, just because of like the
Yeah.
introduction to him is just so like, I don't know, like skeezy and off-putting,
Oh,
and like,
absolutely.
and they just move past the kidnapping I think a little bit too quick. Like I feel
Yeah.
like you should not have forgiven everything that had happened that fast, but you know, it's fine.
I
It's
guess
fine.
there's a
It
big
took us good
disaster.
places.
Oh yeah, let me highlight.
Also,
you.
he looks like this.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Pretty off-putting. Yeah.
But I love how like it's almost comical, the situation between them. Like feels like almost like a Home Alone sort of deal, because she is so just like F you and do what I want. I don't care. Like you gotta listen to me.
It was big. Did you see the live action Dennis the Menace movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, like when he's kidnapped, and then like his kidnappers are just like, I hate this kid.
Yeah, you got the wrong kid. She has like a million siblings. She's basically a small adult. Like you messed up. But yeah, then there's this huge disaster. This huge like tsunami wave. Like everything is destroyed. And so they kind of have to be unlikely companions in this. And I love that. I love this whole spiel. Like I love them working together, like their community to rebuild it. Because I love all these casting characters you have. Especially like the new kind of mom character that they kind of the initially unwilling mother character. Yeah, like, I guess let's start like from, we don't have to go chronologically in this, because one, my brain won't be able to do it. But let's take it to like first thoughts for both of you, because like this is very different. And I made sure to sell it to when I sell it to people, like, listen, there's a kaiju. Because like it's a huge disaster story, and it's all about resilience, and it's around the Olympics, which is great because the Olympics, you know, it just happened. But there's like this bigger overarching story here that's really cool. So, first thoughts.
Do you want me to go? Do you want
Go
to go?
for it.
So it's very cute. Which is not like at all what I was expecting from another Urasawa. But like he nails it. Like everyone is very endearing. You know, like you understand these people. They're just very down to earth. Like outside of the kidnapping thing, that's a separate issue.
Yeah,
but like everything else that happens is just like it's very like wholesome is probably the word, but like it's you just love all these people.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Because it feels like a Ghibli movie,
Mm-hmm.
a little more so. Like the way that you have like almost like if you think of like Laputa, like that one. Because you have this like these very interesting crew of characters that are not perfect in any way, that are all working together. And then you've got like your typical Ghibli like headstrong like young female protagonist, and like I don't. It felt like that because I love that kind of like just these are regular people trying to do their best. There's nothing really special about them, and they're just like trying to work through this thing, and they're funny, and he does that well, which is surprising. And also there's planes there, which is a very Ghibli thing. Not to keep comparing it, but like if there's a plane, I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I did get like big like Porco Rosso vibes just in general from it, but there's a lot of overlap with the content there.
Yeah. Kristan.
And also a kaiju.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I will say, like, there's no indication of there being a kaiju like anywhere. So I actually jumped into this having no idea where it was going to go, which is part of the brilliance of like going on that journey. You know, you don't expect it, especially like, okay, there's a little kid, she got kidnapped. Like, don't expect it to go there. Personally, I didn't, which is great. It's a great twist. And I don't know about you guys. I love her as a kid. She's such a smart, good kid character. I like her growing up too, but I didn't expect the immediate time jump from volume 2 on. I don't know if you all did, but that felt like that was like a jump.
It was very sudden.
And it was fine. You know, I was fine, but I was also like, oh, I kind of want more kid stuff. I want
to see her grow up.
Yeah.
It makes sense because they need to get to the flying the plane part, and they can't just let her do that.
That's very true.
I hope that, you know, in future volumes they do give us like some more flashback stuff, because it's you know, it's a huge jump to, what is it? It's like 12 years or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
He's giving us a 20th Century Boys deal. That's what it is.
Right. That's so true.
Oh man, we got to finish our part 2 of that. we were just like,
you're
right.
Later.
We'll do the rest later. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, because like, this is great because it's hard. It's just like a regular normal story, with like centered around the Olympics, which I thought was great. Just like a kind of housing point for this. And I love that like we have the kaiju show up, and she's like, there's something here that's a part of this, but no one's gonna believe you. They're like, oh, it's just a natural disaster. And so when you start finding people that are like, no, I've got evidence of this guy, and we need to like take him down, and you're gonna have to be the one to learn. And I love that. I love seeing her fall in love with planes and like be that person, despite that not being the intention for her to be that. Especially when they keep turning to the older man as the pilot, and how they have that relationship with him training her and him kind of like going through his redemption arc. I like the relationship a lot. I mean, the kidnapping was bad, but
that's the whole thing, right? Like, if they had met with like any other context, then the whole thing would just be like very cute and wholesome. Yeah. But like the kidnapping is just like it feels out of place with the rest of it.
Yeah, I guess they had to make him seem as like, I guess, skeezy and like, because you need him to like redeem himself in a big way. So I can understand why. And then it also makes his relationship with like the shop owner really cute.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that whole initiative too, when they're teaming up to like drop food and lunches to people across like on the plane. I thought it was so creative. And my whole team was like, yeah, that's perfect. Like, no, we're not going to do that. But then she's like, okay, yeah, of course. Because I love her. I love the shop owner. She's like, I'm not going to do that. No way. Screw them kids. And screw that old guy. No way. And then she's like, oh yeah, I'm going to take care of you. Of course, like the Mosun did it. Like, yeah, okay, fine. These are my children.
Her like the bit that happens. It was like, I think it was in volume 5, but where she goes and visits the family that's been bullying the kids.
Yeah,
and she's like, "Listen, I am their mom."
It's so good.
It's so cute. It's so cute.
Good. But I love a found family story.
Mm-hmm.
That's like my favorite. Mm-hmm. So that made me really happy. So how did y'all feel? I'm trying to get my thoughts together. I guess favorite scenes, or I'm usually better at leading a conversation.
You're doing great.
Man, that like I assume it's still in volume. I read it online. I'm sorry. We're
still going. So it's like
the first time that she gets to take the controls of the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Because the whole chain of events leading up to
Yeah.
it is just it's magical. It's perfect. I love it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I was just trying to find that scene. But yeah, I think that's still within the first like volume.
Oh yeah, if you have any good art to show too, I'll highlight you.
Oh,
Show to the people.
here's some flying.
Do-do. Gosh, she's so cute.
Yeah.
I love her so much. I can't
She's
wait
so
to buy.
fun.
I can't wait to buy all these copies.
I do need
Yeah,
to get these. Yeah.
They're really nice too. They have like the French flaps.
Yeah. Oh, and I love a
Yeah.
French flap. I hate a
Of
dust
course.
jacket,
Of course.
but I love a French flap.
And they're nice
So-
to manage. They're not all
Yeah.
thick, you know.
With I mean I assume that this is still like ongoing, right? Like we're not done.
Yeah, so we're at 6 volumes, and it's ongoing. So I guess another thing that we could talk about too is kind of what we kind of hope to see in the future. Because like I'm looking forward to whatever the twist is going to be, because I know there's got to be one. There's got to be more than just this. And I almost wonder, because we have our main character who's part of this big family who kind of gets forgotten about a lot, very Home Alone situation. And it's all about being separated and found family and things. I wonder if he's going to pull this kaiju had a family and he's separated. That's just that's this big thing.
That would fit with a lot of the themes that they've set up.
Yeah, like later she gets to go to space or something. Like, you know.
That would be wild. I mean, it would fit with the aeronautics, but like that's a big leap.
I'm throwing out some theories here. I'm just throwing out the big theories, some One Piece level theories.
I mean, I think that there's like some really obvious stuff that they've set up with the runner kid getting to the Mexico Olympics. Like that's for sure gonna happen.
And it better, because I love him.
Yeah.
And I think that Mexico is probably going to be like a huge set piece in the later parts. And the research is definitely going to have to pay off. Like eventually that student's going to get that all deciphered, and we're going to see where that's leading.
Well, and that could even like lead into like some Incan related things or something, which would be cool. Because we know that he loves showing other countries. He does that well, I think. I think he's always done that really well about doing those kind of like the backgrounds and like the whole setting. It seems like it's very accurate to like the area that it's in. So that would be cool. I don't know. I'm really excited. I feel like I should have more to say by 20 minutes in.
I'm with you though. Like there has to be that inevitable twist, which I don't know about you guys, but like I never predict. I'm also not trying. I'm just living that ride.
Oh, I'm
right?
trying always.
Well,
but he gets me.
Like with 20th Century Boys, I was definitely just like, trying to piece together like all these references with the the flashbacks and flash forwards and just like who's friend, but I was still just totally taken aback with the reveal. But that's a different video
too. We'll get there second part. We should start off the year with that. That'd be good. But yeah, with Monster too, when you find out more about like Johan's background and like the house and everything, like I remember like not expecting that piece at all. That's also one that just keeps like getting you the whole time. And man, that's gonna be on Netflix soon.
Yeah, finally.
That's exciting.
I've been slowly watching that through with Kate, and it's like it's a pain to like consistently find where it's at.
Oh, I've got it all on Google Drive. I just give you the link. I keep that. I've been keeping that shit. I got it from my last relationship, and I will never let that go. So I just have it ready to like give people.
But wait, when is it coming to Netflix?
It's like soon.
Oh, okay.
They've had the rights for months now, and just haven't uploaded it. And I think they have Berserk 97 now too. Yeah,
because they got a hold of a few different things. But the Monster one was a big deal because like you literally couldn't access it.
It's gone. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so good. I can't wait. I'm so glad you're watching with Kate. I need to watch with Elliot because it's so depressing. It's hard to watch. Like, I can binge anything. Monster, I can't. Because like a few episodes in, I'm like, I gotta take a break. because the music and everything. Oh my god! But this will be great because it'll be very like heartwarming.
Yeah. If we, I hope we do get an adaptation.
Me too.
Like,
I think all of his stuff.
There's a lot of
deserves
motion in it, so it deserves it.
Oh man, I don't know what else I want to say about it. Is that bad?
Well,
it's a 10 out of 10 for me personally.
Yeah, like there's not a ton in it yet, but it's definitely going good places.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of things that I've picked up and put down just because it's I guess too slow of a burn. And you don't have a good sense of where you're headed to.
Yeah.
Like this, I feel like we've got all the pieces set to get to like a very strong end game.
Yeah, and the journey's enjoyable too. Like as you said, like when there's these big pieces you have to put together in stories, if they go too slow, it can be really annoying. She's like, okay, we're not getting there. But the truth is, I enjoy the journey right now. Like when Kristan said that the time jump kind of shocked her a little bit. I think it's because we enjoy these characters, so we like spending time with them. So if it takes us a while to get there, I'm okay with that. Just because in the meantime, he's created a story where like there are all these big pieces and this big overarching puzzle to solve. But at the core, if it was just this, it would still be good. Like if it was just her flying planes, living her life, and there was no kaiju, nothing else, it would still be a good story at its heart. And that's pretty good.
I agree. He's one of those
found about him.
He's one of those writers, like Maddie and I always joke about it. We're just like, we want to see the X-Men shopping for groceries and like just doing mundane things. Yeah. So if that's all that we got here, I'd be okay with that too. They're just such good characters,
Man, give Naoki Urasawa X-Men.
Yes. Start a campaign.
I would love it.
That'd be amazing, actually.
I want more Japanese like manga art authors and illustrators to do Western stuff. They would not have the time.
I mean, that's cool. True for sure, yeah.
But that would be cool. That'd be really cool. Because like you got American writers like Hickman that do these big puzzles, but I'm just annoyed the whole time because it's more about the puzzle than it is the people. So it's like, hey, here's some cool characters. Did you want them to interact at all? No, we don't have time. Because my brain is so big. You want to see how big my brain is? You want to see this big old puzzle I gave you? I'm like, no, stop it. What's his deal? You just showed him.
Character development. Come on now.
You can't.
I feel like that is like a big thing that I've noticed with like between comics and like manga. Like the pacing is a lot more deliberate in manga, and then in comics they know that everything's got to be like week to week, and they got to get these things out, and people need to see resolution within like 7 issues.
Oh, which sucks because you like it's like 6 issues to a volume, so that's always in people's minds a lot of times. And then there's no guarantee they're going to be able to continue writing that. Like, it must be so nice to be a manga artist and creator or whatever. And you're like, okay, you started this. You get to do it until it's done. You're welcome. Like, that would never happen here. And it would never be released weekly in like a thing like Shonen Jump. There's no way.
No, yeah.
But man, if I could actually... I wish there's something like that in the West, like a Shonen Jump, where I could read all the updates weekly instead of having to do floppies. Because one, floppies are expensive, and I don't like them. And I'll fight about it.
I agree.
I think it's not made for me. I don't think it's made for a lot of our generation, personally. Because I don't know about you, I don't want to collect a bunch of floppies and just have them.
Have them in a box somewhere. I mean,
because when are you going to open it again? I have so many of them that I bought for covers or whatever.
I do too. Yeah. I'm like, I haven't touched them in forever.
I hate having me bullied. Like, okay, you have to buy the floppies or this is never going to continue. Manga, I just buy the volume. I'm good. Like, that's all I have to do.
I think the last time that I even like consistently bought the floppies was during the first Marvel Civil War.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's a big.
And yeah, right. Like, and I still have them somewhere, but like. At this point, I just want to wait for something to be done so that I can get the omnibus and just put it on my shelf.
Absolutely agree.
It's the way to go.
And that's Chris I talk about. Like a lot of our favorite Marvel stuff doesn't continue. Like if it's like a female-led thing or whatever, it's not because of that, but because the audience for that doesn't want to buy the floppy. So like, okay, this isn't selling. You want an Unstoppable Wasp? No. You can't have it.
It's a bummer.
Too bad for you. You like this Black Widow book? Nah. Mm-mm. You're not buying them. Like, I'm not gonna read them. I have so many floppies. I'm like, at my pull list. I don't read them. I just have them because I'm worried.
That's what I did for like Giant Days and Lumberjanes. I'm just like, I want these series to continue. Put them on my pull list, and I'll touch them someday.
Every Wonder
maybe.
Woman thing.
Yeah.
Damn it. I don't think I bought a floppy in 20 years, and I applaud you for that. I only buy them for the art, but now artists release poster books, which are way cooler. Oh man, did I show you? You know what? We did reads and hauls, and I didn't even show you this.
Oh,
dang!
Cool.
It's a poster portfolio for Horizon Zero Dawn by Peach Momoko.
By Peach,
which is a fantastic artist. But yeah, it's a whole.
Dang.
It's like $20. All these full-size posters.
That's super cool.
It's so cool.
That's huge too. Yeah,
and they have a ton of these. Like, there's a ton of like Marvel and DC ones. So like, a lot of mine, like even over here, like that's a poster book, and down those are 2 poster books. Anyways, Asadora. It's really good. I'm excited to read more.
Me too.
We can chat now if you want.
Well, I do have one other thing.
Oh,
so
good, please.
There's I just watched so Sophie from Mars, another great YouTube creator. She just put out a video. She has this whole series that kind of talks about like tropes in like horror media.
Okay.
And her last one that she put out was about kaiju. And she was talking about how like, the kaiju is never supposed to be like the main focus. It's just like a stand-in for, other themes and topics that they want to actually talk about. So, like with Godzilla, talking about the nuclear bombs, and then with like Cloverfield talking about 9/11, like it's always just, that's the kaiju is there to look at, but it's not actually like what it's about. So I really want to see where, those themes are going to take us in this.
I've never thought about that before. And also thanks for name dropping this channel, because I'm going to watch all of these.
She's really good.
Plus, we're always looking for more YouTubers to like potentially bring on just to hang out. That's always the goal. It's hard to find people because a lot of them are like not our people. Or they make mean tweets online about how women are boring.
Ooh, well,
they're like,
it's us.
Who watches women? I'm like, you showed up here, my guy.
Yeah, right. You clicked on the video. What are you doing?
My favorite is still when we don't like a manga and we tell people that, and then we get comments later saying, "Oh, well, you just didn't understand it. You didn't understand it. You don't have the life experience to understand it." Okay.
I'm gonna be like, my degree is in Japanese, bitch. Did a whole capstone on like hikikomori and like depression and mental illness in Japan. If you guys ever want to hear about that, I'll give you a whole thing about it. We can read Welcome to NHK, which is written by an actual hikikomori, and I can be like, this is what it actually means. And those people that put hikikomori in their anime and manga, they don't do it right. And I'll give you a whole dissertation. It'll be really fun for me and nobody else.
Hey, I mean, sometimes you just got to make content for you.
That's true. And
right.
Honestly, we do.
It's
here.
Really every
Which
show
is fine, like I think that should be, your first goal, make the stuff that you want.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then, you can maybe do the stuff that the other people want.
See, I would totally watch you just talk about stuff, Alex.
I mean, I'll get back to streaming one of these days.
Listen, Alex once gave me this whole breakdown of Spider-Man 3. And it was incredible. It was at dinner. And I don't know how we got there. It was
after a couple drinks too.
It was incredible.
It's I have some feelings about that movie.
And honestly, I wish there was more of a space for more like drunk content of like just, or like I don't even know, like sleep deprived of like talking about things like it's just rambling. More of a space for that would be nice. But anyways, So what we talked about the book. It's great. I'm gonna watch that kaiju video. I think it'll give me more thoughts when this continues. But I would love to catch up with you guys. What are you guys reading? What are you guys watching? What do you guys recommend? What's up?
I know Kristan had some things to discuss.
Are you ready for this, Maddie?
Is it Love is Blind?
No,
Okay.
it's not. So I failed you.
No, you didn't. I gave you a million shows to watch, and you were too busy
did.
watching Ink Master. So
It's true. So here's that ended. So we're good.
okay, so we're free. Okay.
Yeah, we're free of that. Now we're in MasterChef. It's a whole problem. But it's fine.
Kristan.
I know. It's Gordon Ramsay. What are you gonna do? I don't want him to call me an idiot sandwich, so I have to watch his shows.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Maddie, you mentioned before we started that we should watch the Guardians holiday special. I already did that. I did that, and it was amazing. You're right. It was so good. It was so good. So anyone who hasn't watched it, I mean, you need to do it. It's like 44 minutes. It is perfect. It's perfect. I'm going to say it right now.
It's the perfect movie.
It's
What's
perfect.
the
It's so
sell?
good.
Sell me on it.
Okay, listen. You've
Maddie
got
was you.
new Christmas songs. Now,
Yep.
I'm going to tell you something, but it happens in the trailer, so you're not going to be surprised, okay? And it's not like a spoiler. They're really sad because Peter from Earth hasn't been able to celebrate Christmas. It's a real bummer, right? And he's a little down lately because his girl Gamora, what happened? Like, okay, we gotta give him a good Christmas present. We gotta bring Christmas here. And they're like, oh shit, you know who he loves? Kevin Bacon. We'll go to Earth, and we'll go pick up Kevin Bacon and bring him back here.
Do they
That's
actually
what the
get
movie.
Kevin Bacon?
Yes, that is what it's about. So Mantis and Drax, the most incapable of talking to people, go to Hollywood to go pick up Kevin Bacon. It's incredible.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's
And of course,
perfect.
Kevin Bacon's running from them because they're trying to kidnap him. It's a blast. It is a blast.
Oh my god! All right,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
I'll watch.
cosplay
I'll
the
watch
shit
that.
out of this.
I'll watch
Listen,
that.
Yeah, you should.
I'm gonna cosplay the shit out of this.
You should. It was
So
it was
excited.
perfect. It was so good. It was so
Little
good.
Candy cane guy.
And it started out with my number 2 Christmas song. So the introduction was the Pogues' Fairy Tale of New York, which is great. Just so good.
Good. I'm gonna
So-
watch it every year forever. And when
You
I have
should.
child, eventually, that will be part of it. And they'll be like, why? I'm like, it's important.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm so happy for you.
That's how the traditions work.
Yeah,
Everyone has to watch it.
It's that, and then we'll have to listen to the Disney's Descendants remix of Rotten to the Core, but it's Jolly to the Core. I have it memorized. That's not a lie.
This makes sense to me.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah,
Alex, what have you been playing? Watching?
Oh,
reading?
you don't want to hear everything else?
Oh, there's more things.
I mean, I have a whole list.
Is it Christmas for me?
It's Christmas for you. This is really just for you. No one watching cares what I've watched, but Maddie does because I've been so bad about watching stuff.
Oh my god!
I did watch the Ghibli Grogu thing, which
Good.
I mean it was like 2 minutes, but it was
It's very
wonderful.
cute. Did you watch
It's
it, Alex?
cute.
Very
It's
cute.
so
It's
cute.
cute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super cute. I'm caught up to Mighty Ducks season 2 Game
Oh,
Changer.
I'm a little bit behind.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's lost its spark this season." I gotta say, the spark's back. You should catch up.
You can't
Yeah.
lose the spark when little podcast boy is there.
Exactly. He's the best character.
You should watch my
1000%. It's great. It is great. Even if you don't care about Mighty Ducks, it's great.
Oh.
It's great. Let's see, what else did I watch that you're going to care about?
Okay.
I got caught up on that. There's one huge thing that you're going to really care about.
I'm so excited.
I'm 2 episodes in
Okay.
to She-Hulk.
Yes. Do you love it already?
Finally. Oh, it's the best. Yeah, it's the best. It's so good.
Did you watch it, Alex? Have you watched it?
I watched the first episode like
Okay.
when it premiered, and
Yeah.
it didn't grab me, but
Just stick
the
in.
the whole thing is done now, so I can just binge it, and
Yeah. Once you get to Madison, I think you'll like it.
probably.
That's all.
It's
I mean,
a
it's
blast.
there's always the the setup stuff that they just kind of try to just get out of the way, just get it
Yeah.
done, and that was kind of just what the first episode felt like. So I think that they can actually move with things now, which is
Yeah.
good. So I think that, you know, now that it's done and I can just do it all at the same time, then I'll have a good time.
Yeah, it's a good year for Marvel. I think I'm eating good. I think you know, Black
In the
Panther was great.
neighborhood.
So recommend that. Shield was great, and you know what? All that matters is Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's all. That's it.
I should have ended with that one, but
You know, it's the best one.
so good.
I'm so happy.
So good. All right, I'm done now. You go ahead.
Thank you.
Okay. So I've just been binging Pokemon the last you know week and 2 days straight.
Yeah.
Nothing but Pokemon.
Which starter did you pick?
I picked Toy Coco.
I did too. No brains.
I was not impressed until he got to the final evolution, and then he was just big and strong. I love him. He's a good little guy.
He's a good
I
little
like
guy.
him a lot. The game, in a quick review, it is like the best and worst Pokemon games I've ever played.
Absolutely.
But like after, you know, a couple patches, because like the game was definitely released unfinished.
Yeah.
But it's still really, really fun. I'm having a great time with it. Like I said, I just haven't put it down. But like anytime that, you know, everything just unloads and then slowly reloads back in, it just kills my experience.
Yeah.
And I've had a couple crashes with it, which is like just like I can't. It is the most frustrating thing.
Yeah.
Like losing any amount of progress in games like that is just like it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Should not have been put out like this. But
yeah, mine shut down while I was looking at grabbing ominous stakes, and so I had to backtrack and figure out which one I didn't pick up.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's like,
good though. You'll love it, Kristan.
I'm excited.
Yeah, just make sure
for it.
you like save often, and then you know you'll have a good time.
The biggest downside is you can't really change your outfit.
Yeah, that's another
and
huge complaint that I have.
The one in Scarlet is so ugly.
Yeah,
I'm cursed to wear these ugly shorts forever, and that sucks. What can you do?
yeah.
Bummer.
And like there's a ton of accessories, right? But you always have to coordinate them around the school uniform.
And they do not match.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. It's, you know, patches can definitely fix it, but like where the game is at right now, it's okay. It's fine.
That being said, it's great.
Yeah, it's still really
So
fun,
good.
but it's there's a lot of room for improvement.
Yeah, there is an autosave, but it doesn't always autosave when I need it to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
It works and it doesn't.
Mark says, as a lawyer, I thought She-Hulk was a lot of fun. That's good.
I am really hoping that, you know, the whole like law room is gonna get a big front row seat.
There's some good
but-
bits.
I know that there's superhero stuff that they got to do.
And I can't wait for you guys to finish it. Just message me when we're both done. I just
I'll
want to
do
hear about what you're
I will.
done.
So Pokemon again. I know Maddie, you're playing with Elliot, so you both have a version.
Yeah. Which
Which version should I get?
I think you're gonna like the Pokemon in Scarlet better.
Okay.
Personally.
That's the biggest thing is like which set of like end game Pokemon you get to go after.
Yeah.
I really love my version exclusives. I have Violet, but
Yeah.
you know, they're both really good. They're both really powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, and your best friend legendary you ride around on is basically Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
100%.
very cute. Oh god, and the story there's a whole thing about saving this old Pokemon. I'm not going to spoil what
Oh my
where or
God.
what it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
It like
You're
that
gonna
became
love it.
like my driving purpose in
Oh,
the
yeah.
game.
I gotta save this Pokemon.
Mhm.
I gotta make him happy again.
All of the NPCs are like my favorite in the franchise. Like the so there's a gym leader who I am probably gonna end up cosplaying. He is like probably my favorite NPC that's been in like a video game. Did you say who is it?
Yeah,
Larry?
I fucking knew it was gonna be Larry. There's somebody. I was like, it's gonna be Larry because I was like, that's perfect for you. Larry's so cool.
Larry is just
He's
my
just a normal guy.
Yeah, like he's the most just like guy that has ever existed.
He's like, well, I have to be here for work, so we can just make this quick. No expression. He's
Yeah,
just
the
not
boss
happy at being
says I can't talk too much, so we should probably go have a fight.
He's just got a suit on. He's just a regular businessman.
He's just a guy.
He's just a guy. I love him. Do you? Yeah. Oh, also, it depends if you want mommy's professor or daddy professor. You'll want.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it.
Also, all women are jacked.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Like
god.
he'll just be just strolling through the city,
And then it's
there's
just this,
like
like,
two
hello.
absolutely jacked women talking to each other, just doing stretches.
You're like, what the hell? What is
Amazing.
that? It's great. It's great.
The rival character also, she's just Goku.
Yeah, she just wants to.
It's great. I love her.
She's like, you want a Pokemon battle? You want a Pokemon battle now? I'm like, chill out. She's like, we could be rivals forever. I was like, are you asking me to marry you? Is
Yes,
this gay?
yeah, she is. She
I
is
thought
asking
you're
me
in
to
love
marry
with
her.
me. But yeah, it's really good.
Other than that, I'm just keeping up on Chainsaw Man and Witch from Mercury and Spy Family.
Yeah, I need
That's
to watch
where all
Witch
my
from
time's
Mercury
going.
still
It's
because I know I'll like it. Because Utena, but Gundam.
Yes, yeah, which it still is. I was kind of like I wasn't sure if they were gonna keep that going past like the first episode is just the first episode of Utena, and it's fantastic. But yeah, they've kept it going, and like all the fight scenes are amazing. It's not, it's how a mecha should be, where that's not the main focus of it. They're just like there to kind of like move the plot forward when it needs to happen, but the main focus is definitely the people interacting.
Yeah,
the way it should be.
I love in the background my dog just went completely
She's
flat.
just rolling around.
I feel like we should read a mech manga together because like I don't think I've really read anything like I've watched mech anime. Is there any like mech manga out there? Because does Gundam have manga? Like
yeah, and there's a lot of them that are like kind of side stories and they haven't been adapted into other things. Some of them have recently. Hathaway's Flash that came out last year, which was great. Like definitely watch that. But that was a manga adaptation that's been around for 20 years.
Okay.
But super good. But like non Gundam mecha anime I've never read.
Yeah. Because
so
I feel
if you find out about one and then recommend it, I will check it out.
Well, one that you might like, it's not a manga, but it's one that Chris and I both really love. I'm forgetting the name, and you're gonna remember it before I do. It's like a webcomic. Also, we read the first book, Cosmonauts.
Oh yeah,
Cosmonauts is really good. It's about basically like in this like universe because it's like space.
I'm taking notes.
These princesses, like there's always like a mech fight for who gets to marry them. And so they all get married off. And so this group comes along to stop that from happening. So they enter in themselves and then save the princesses and free them elsewhere. And like, it's one of those like stories of a ragtag group of people. This girl joins it to save this other girl who's a princess that she lost contact with when she was young. And so they're traveling through space together, her and this like, ship of people. And it's beautiful. And it's also a webcomic, so you can just read it online for free. But the collected edition of it is really good. I think they said it was like Gay Space Pirates or something is what they titled it on the back of the book.
I don't see any issue there.
No, Cosmo. Yeah, it's perfect. Perfect. But I'm trying to think of I don't think there's other mecha things we've read really, like with like in suits or stuff.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because even Gurren Lagann, I think it had a little bit of a manga. That's it. Sorry, go ahead.
About it's a novel. It's not,
Yeah.
So I have a hard time with those.
Wait, are you gonna say Iron Widow?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Iron Widow is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it. I'm probably gonna find like an audiobook because
the audiobook is very good.
I don't have the attention span for just strictly written things.
The audiobook is really good. That's how I read it. And it's great if you don't speak Chinese because you can hear all the names correctly. But for people at home, I super recommend this because it's a retelling of the first Empress of China. But you add a little bit of futuristic technology and mech, but also you have like it's like a traditional world, I guess. Oh my god, 10 out of 10. So good.
And the way that it was described to me, like it kind of so like the piloting systems work very close to how they do in like Pacific Rim, which I was a huge fan of. So
me too.
you know, seeing that come back in a different form is great.
Yeah, and they use the concept of yin and yang there, so like it's a balance, and so typically it's a female male balance inside the ship, and like they have to balance it out to make the mech work. So cool. Oh man, they announced the new book. It's so good. Cosmonauts Volume 2 is due out in May. Yes. As far as Gundam goes, I've read the Origin series in the hardcover, and those are beautiful, but it's 12 volumes. Okay. That'd be interesting.
I mean, if they're like regular size volumes, that's pretty fast.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Depending on how dense it is.
Yeah.
Which it definitely could be.
I actually have like the first two.
Oh, really?
They're very pretty, yeah.
Oh, cool. Nice. I feel like there's more like classic manga I'd love to reread. Because I know some of the things it would be you reading for the first time, Kristan, because you've got Fullmetal Alchemist and you didn't watch it.
No, I didn't.
You just had the books.
Mm-hmm.
Which to me, I would love. It's always fun to revisit these things that for like me and Alex are classic in our community, but you didn't touch on growing up, you know, to see you relive some of the horrors and like the.
I'm in, yeah. Just like Sailor Moon, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I want you to also like read or watch Madoka Magica because I need you to tell me what you think about that too. There's some like this, I don't know, there's some like required viewing, I feel like, in the anime community that I just need you to read and be like, what?
I missed it all. Yep.
Yeah. Because Fullmetal Alchemist, there's the whole joke that's ever on the internet. I don't even know if you know it.
I probably don't.
See? That's crazy.
Dang.
Because if I say Fullmetal Alchemist and joke, everyone knows. If I say, man, remember that dog? They're like, oh my god, yeah.
Nope. Don't know what you're talking about.
See?
That's okay. I skip that episode every time I rewatch it.
As you should. As everyone should. Let me think. So recently, reading wise, I did read this with Jessica on the show on Tuesday. They are technically kids' books, but they're not really. I just like they're more all ages personally because you deal with some really heavy concepts. Green Lantern, Legacy and Alliance. Basically, this kid, his grandmother dies, and she's an immigrant from Vietnam. And he realizes she was a Green Lantern, and so the ring chooses him. And it's all about talking, like they talk a lot about like gentrification, like legacy as far as like familial legacy, how to responsibly take care of your community. It's so good. And it's one of those cute things where he has like two normie friends that kind of help be the, you know, like how Ned and Spider-Man's a computer guy. It's like the same sort of deal. These are so good. And they're each like $10. So on IST, they're like $5. So I super recommend. They're great pickups.
I really like Legacy. I didn't even know Alliance was out. So
yeah, and
yeah,
there's a Kid Flash.
That's fun.
Oh, good.
And so they have a background where they show they do flashbacks to the grandma hanging out with like Superman and the Flash, and how like she and Superman have this great talk because she's a refugee and Superman's a refugee. So they talk about that, about how they missed that, but they had to do what they had to do. I know you hate Superman, but it was really good.
I'll read it. I like Legacy.
Yeah. So Alex, what are some manga you recommend to the people? What's kind of things? That's a big question.
Do not sleep on Chainsaw Man. It like I was just under the impression that it was just overhyped and you know it wasn't going to live up to anything.
Yeah.
It blew everything out of the water. It's like one of the best things I've ever read. You know, by the time that you get to the end of like volume 11 is where the first like part of the story ends, and you could probably just stop there and be like satisfied. But it does continue after there. But like the conclusion to everything is just it's wonderful. I wasn't expecting to
still ongoing, right? Or is it done?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we read through that first part.
Yeah, 50 issues is what we read for the first part. And we were like, this guy on paper, if you're like, this guy really cares about like touching boobs or whatever, you'd be like, oh, it's another pervy anime. I was like, it's not the same though.
Mhm.
He's so
Yeah,
he's so
like
genuine.
it's a
and
lot of stuff that I would
sweet.
normally like cringe about, but it like I don't know, it feels very genuine.
Yeah, he's just a sweet boy that like never thought he'd live this long.
He's just a kid, yeah. Like
I love him so much. Like,
it's relatable.
yeah, and I need to finish it because I have so many theories about everybody that I need to figure out. And so, I'm realizing them as I'm watching the show, especially since there's color added to parts where I didn't get to see it before. So there's things I notice. Oh man,
The foreshadowing is like it's a masterwork.
I'm so excited.
Like
So
reading
excited.
it back, especially, and like watching the
Yeah.
anime and just like getting to catch all these little things. Like it's like very well set up, but you're not really meant to catch a lot of these smaller things.
Yeah, and that's one of my favorite things about One Piece, because One Piece is similar. I mean, it's a long run, but like there are constantly little things being placed here. So as far as like, I'm a person who loves theories. I love watching the game theorists. Like I love that YouTube channel. I love sitting down and picking all the pieces and be like, wait, what if it's this? And what if it's this? And so like things like Chainsaw Man, like Promise Neverland, like One Piece, where you get to like really think ahead. That's love that. Because you're like, this thing that happened in chapter 3. Oh my god. It's important now. Just kicked everything.
Oh.
Whoops.
And then so there's another one that I need to check out, and I need to go back and find the recommendation again. There's like there was the big 3, right, in Shonen Jump, and now there's like the spooky big 3, which is
Big 3.
Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, and I don't remember what the third one is, but I want to check it out because I'm not current on Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm still catching up, but
I'm not either, but I'm watching it with the anime instead.
Which is doing a perfect job of adapting everything. Like you can just flip through the manga and you're like, this is storyboards. they didn't take anything out. It's perfect.
You'll cosplay from Jujutsu Kaisen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Probably
good.
2 people. Yeah.
I think you're perfect Itadori. I thought that since the minute he showed up.
I'll do Itadori, and then I don't remember what his name is, but the protag from Zero.
Oh yeah, it's perfect. That movie is perfect too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
One day
I
we'll
think
be
we
at cons
talked about
together
that
again.
too, but like it's like it wasn't what I expected, and that's a good thing. Like I was expecting it to just be like just action the whole way through, but it's very just character focused and
so good. You've got to read it, Kristan. We can read it together. I was thinking just the anime, but I'll read Jujutsu Kaisen if you read it.
I'm in.
Just because it's perfect. It's so good. And then you and Kate will obviously cosplay from Spy Family, I assume.
Oh,
This would
probably.
be perfect. Yeah. Anne can be Anya.
I think Red and Luz were talking about that too.
Okay, good. But I wonder what the other spooky one is.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta.
Love?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe. I'm looking through here. There's I don't see anything else that looks like spooky. But I love spooky. Well, cool. Well, I guess we're getting close to time. I definitely want to finish up 20th Century Boys probably early in the new year. And if we do a Chainsaw Man episode, I'll let you know. Because
I have a lot
love
of
that
thoughts.
boy. I love that boy. And I'm feeling like a manga year next year. You know what I mean? I feel like some more manga.
I'm in.
Mostly because it's easy if it's on Shonen Jump, but we spend $3 a month, so it's worth it. So it's the best app.
If I had like a like an Android tablet, I think I'd be more into the Shonen Jump app, but like I'd have to do it on my phone because it doesn't, like, the website doesn't really work great on the tablet that I have been using. So, I've just been
read
finding
on my
resources for
computer.
manga.
Yeah, last time we finding good resources for manga because we try to find legit if we can. Although I've read some of my Naoki Urasawa on like WordPress sites. Like I read all of Pluto that way. But like it's just not a good option a lot. Like Shonen Jump is it because Comixology sucks.
Yeah.
And there should be more paid options for manga. Chris and I talked, like I would pay $20 a month if it meant I had an actual like real selection of manga to read,
Mm-hmm.
like that include shoujo, include other like genres, because there's just not anything, and it really sucks. I mean, I don't do it illegally anymore like I used to, and when I was on onemanga.com, my life was perfect for like 3 years, and then it was gone. I've never recovered, but hopefully one day they'll listen to me. Damn it.
As they should.
Yeah. Well, Alex, thank you for hanging out with us.
Always happy to be here. It's a good time.
I miss you a lot.
I miss you.
You gotta come to Kentucky again, and and then Chris has to come over too. Chris hasn't come over
Yep.
my house. Alex has been to my house.
I should come.
I haven't been to that house. I was at the other one.
Yeah. And this house comes with a new dog.
would
A
love that.
feature.
A whole new dog. Chris and I will be back on Wednesday
Yes,
at 6
that's right.
with
You
Wind.
nailed it. Yes, Wind Volume 1 and 2. And if you want to find me today at 2 p.m. Eastern, now I'm going to say it like you, on my channel, I'm going to be live with Mary M. We're going to talk
Mary
about
M?
stuff. That's right. You know Mary.
Oh, and on Tuesday, I'm a new reader. I'm reading Tom Taylor's Nightwing with Joe. And Joe's from New York, so he's a very cute
Aw,
New York
Joe.
accent.
Joe's great. Yeah.
Joe's great. But have a good day, everybody. Have a good Sunday.
Check out
Bye.
IC.